Hello students, I hope all of you are well and healthy, and today again I am here with your new chapter, that is from language and literature, and poem number 3, Rain on the Roof, written by Coates Skinny. Rain on the Roof from Beehive, poem number 3. Now about the author. Coates Skinny, born on 1826, and he died on January 25, 1904. He was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and poet who wrote Rain on the Roof. Coates Skinny was born in 1826 in near Penn Yan in New York. He was partly educated at Antoinette College, Yellow Springs, and Ohio, and studied law with Thomas Corwin. He wrote poetry, and his verses were collected in Keku and Other Poems, Cincinnati in 1855, and Lyrics of the Ideal and the Real 88 of his verses, Rain on the Roof, which was set to music, was the most popular. He died in Ohio in 1904. Now, introduction to the poem. From the title of the poem, The Rain on the Roof, we can make out that the poem is about the rain. The poet is telling us about the memories of his the rain. The sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of his past. Now here's stanza 1. Here the explanation is, when the humid shadows are over all starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss of press that pillow of a cottage chamber bed, and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Here the explanation of this first stanza. The poet is saying that when the humid shadow are, here the humid shadow refers to the dark clouds which are full of water, full of moisture. And the poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds which are full of moisture laden and full of water and about to bring rain, when such clouds hover, that is, when such clouds with the full of mixtures, moistures, when they are just moving around in the sky, with all the starry spheres, that is means the sky at the night time, which is full of stars, and that time the huge clouds which are full of moistures move around the sky, and they are sad, and to darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops, which seems like tears falling from the sky. The poet is comparing raindrop to tears, and he says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and the raindrops are the tears shed by it. He tells that like a blessing, and the writer, that is the poet, who is lying in his cottage chamber and listen to the sound made by the raindrops which is falling on the roof. Now the second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo on the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fences into busy beans start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air thread into woof, as listen to the patter of the raindrop upon the roof. Here the explanation is, the poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrop falling on the rooftop of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo on the heart. So every, that is the drop which is falling upon the roof, and the roof which is made of that rectangular shape, that is shingles. And when it is falling on that, the echo of that, it is there in his heart. Whenever he hears the rain falling on the rooftop, the sound repeats in his heart and his dreams. He has many different fanciful imagination. So when he hears that the raindrop which is falling on the roof, so that makes him remind many imaginations. He dreams, and he adds that in the sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates new different dreams in his mind, and that recollects many memories of the past, which comes back into his mind as dreams. So he says that he listens to the patter of the raindrop on the roof and has many dreams in his mind, that memories of that past comes back in the form of dreams. Now the stanza 3. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard to darling dreamers, ere she has left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to the refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. The explanation of third stanza. Here the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother, as he had told in the previous stanza that the rain brings memories of the past. It is the memories of his mother, who is no longer alive. In the past, she used to love him a lot. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. So the poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him, and as listen to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. The sound of the rain makes him correlate his past with his present, and that is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrop on the shingles of his room. So whenever he hears this sound, the patter of the sound which is falling on his roof, that brings the memories of his past, and he reminded of his mother. So students, here the summary again I'm repeating. This is the rain on the roof summary, in which the poet tries to describe how he feels on rainy day. The poet states that whenever it rains, he starts to recall all the past memories while lying on the bed, and that is cottage means of his room. He listened to the pitter patter sound of the rain. As he listened to the sound of the rain, he starts to remember his old days when he was a little boy. Further, he remembers his mother, who is not with him, but her memories will always be with him. In addition, he remembers how her mother takes care of him during the rainy day, so that it might catch a cold. While listening to the sound of the rain, he remembers all the sweet memories of the past. Now the moral of the poem. We learn from the poem that how rain comes down with showers of pleasure and joy for everyone and everything. Immense joy to everything on the earth. In my opinion, the greatest joy that one can find in the man making other happy. Like rain, we should also bring joy and contentment in the lives of the people around us. Our little act of kindness can prove beneficial in bringing back somebody's lost life, and that the lost life can bring the happiness in him. One would feel relieved and relaxed to see the happiness in others' lives. It will spread joy and make us happy to see that others are happy because of us. Here the literary words are there, so literary device which is used in this poem. And the rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, C, D, E, F, E. So this means that the word at the end of the line 1, 3, 5 and 7 do not rhyme, while words at the end of the line 2nd and 4th and 6th and 8 that rhyme. So that is why it is told as A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. And alliteration is used in this. Alliteration is same sound which is repeated in two or more than two consecutive words. That is humid, hard. So here H is repeating. So here the sound that is B repeated is H. Stare is fear. The sound which is repeated is S. That is starisphere. Then press pillow. The sound is P is being repeated as there. Same way it is the other thing which is being repeated, that is called alliteration. Now, onomatopoeia. It denotes the sound of some deafening particular sound, that is. Whereas the rain on the roof is described about the words like patter. The sound of the rain, that is patter. The tinkle, the sound of that raindrop which is falling on the shingles, that is on that rectangular roof. That is in that which is used. And personification. That is, personification denotes the non-living things as if it is being alive. And so here the darkness has been personified by comparing it with sadness. So darkness is being compared as sadness. And the recollection of the memories, it is telling about that dreams. Now the next one is transferred epithet. So when this one is something different, new, that your literary device which is just to know about it, and it when the adjective is used with a noun and to refer to another noun, that is known as transferred epithet. So here it is there, melancholy, darkness. So here the adjective is used with the noun here, and here it's not telling the darkness, melancholy is the darkness, but it's referred to the people who is very sad and to the group of that. Now here the word meanings are there. So just go through this word meaning and write down in your classwork copy. Question answer also is there. Just read it. The summarization, the moral theme, everything is mentioned here, so that again you can read and revise it. And lastly, it is some questions for practice. This also you can write it all these 5 questions in your copy. Thank you, students, for listening.